No sound. I think that the problem was that I had my Dragon Dictate software running, and I think that it grabbed the microphone and kept me from kept this program from accessing the microphone. I'm pretty sure that that's what happened. So I don't. Uh, I'm hoping that if someone can't hear, they'll say something. Let me type that into the. If you can't If you can't hear, please say something. And that way I'll know and I'll stop it. And let me put this up on the screen so that someone coming on will see it. All right. So I was talking. Let's start over. Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee and Chat with Hallie Bridgman. I'm so happy you could join me. I have my cup of coffee. So I hope you have a cup of coffee or tea and you have a few minutes while we chat. So last week, Alexander's Appeal released. I have gotten some incredible responses and feedback and reviews. Every review is 5-star except like 1 or 2. It's just been a great experience. I'm so thrilled with that. The characters are well loved and they're ready for the Daisy Decision book. And I wrote like a mad woman last week and I've already done 7 chapters of Daisy's Decision. I'm just thrilled. And so right now what I'm focusing on is the next book that's releasing. Those of you who follow me on social media know that I finished Alexander's Appeal and then like the next day started this next book because it was due. And it was great. So it's called The 7-Year Glitch, and the premise was it's another Crossroads collection. And so those of you who know about the Crossroads collections, you know that you do the every book has a similar theme, and there's something about the that theme that is tied together by I'm sharing the video on my Facebook. Let me fix this real quick. Okay, so there's something about the theme that is tied together in the last book. And so in this book, all of there was someone who was left at the altar, either the bride or the groom. And that's the theme of the book. And the last book is a wedding counselor. It's like a relationship counselor. And he has a twist to his story as well. And so the relationship counselor was in all of our books and played a part in all of our books. And so Amanda True's character traveled throughout the stories and made an appearance everywhere. And so it was really great. And so my characters I'm really excited about because one of them is a soldier. And so he is a Special Forces combat medic who's stationed at Fort Breckenridge outside of the gates is Charula, Kentucky. And so it's my fictional Kentucky town, and I now have a fictional military installation. And what's exciting about this character is that he is going to appear in my Special Forces series. So like I said, he's a combat medic. And in the Special Forces series that I'm writing for Revell that are due September 1st, it's a Special Forces team. And we're not stateside with them living day-to-day lives, drinking coffee at Starbucks and stuff. My team we're out there with them. Like the first book opens up in a fictional country in the jungles of Africa, and they're on a mission, and you get to go on the mission with them. And in the second book, they're on mission in Afghanistan, and the third book, they're on mission. Well, actually, it takes place in the States, but it has writing. And so what's really exciting is in the first book, we have the combat, we have a combat medic as part of the team. And then in the second book, my character from the 7-Year Glitch, that's going to take place in this Crossroads collection, is going to be the combat medic for the rest of the series. And so, we'll know him. We'll know him as Timothy, Leanne's husband, who was, he left her at the altar when they were graduated from high school, and 7 years later they reconnected. And there's a very exciting, bringing her to the wedding is very exciting. And so that's and I love the way that God does my brain, because it's like when it all comes together, it's exactly the way that that it was meant to be. And I wonder sometimes, how did I connect all that? How did I It's like, it's not like I have it all laid out in this giant, map, but yet here's the way that it's all going to come together. And it's like, oh, well, obviously that's the Holy Spirit of, directing the way that I think and plan and plot so that it'll all come together. So I'm really excited about the 7-Year Glitch coming out. And I'm really excited about the story of the 7-Year Glitch. And I had a hard time writing the female character, Leanne, simply because, to stay true to her character, she acted and reacted in ways that I don't. And it's, you can't just have everyone act the same and be the same all the time, because that would be very boring. And so there has to be times when a character is not going to be exactly like you, is not going to think like you, is not going to be understanding like you. Latoya, thank you. That's wonderful. It's just, and so I have had a couple of characters that have been mine that I've written, and I've been like, oh, I don't like this person, and why are they acting that way? But that's who their character is. I stay true to my characters. And so this Leanne was not someone I disliked. It was just, she acted and reacted, and her emotions were different from mine. And so that was a little bit of a challenge for me, to stay true to my character and not force her to, well, go this way. But the male character is fun, Timothy. And I know military, and I'm an Army brat, married to an Army brat who's been activated and fought in 2 wars and won medals. And it's just fun to honor that in my book. It's fun to pay homage to the men in my life that are so incredible and strong and heroic and steadfast. And I just love that about, my dad and my husband and the men that have been in my life in their peripheral. So I'm very excited about this book. And so that's in the Crossroads Collection's 5 Gold Rings, and it will come out sometime in the next 2 weeks. I don't know what day, but by next Monday, I'll know for sure what day. And so I'll just keep an eye on my newsletter and my social media, and you'll know when it's coming out. And very cool, A Carol for Kent will be on sale for 99 cents at the end of this week, starting on Thursday. So that is serial killer suspense, and I have not put that on sale in years. And so I'm super excited to let people get to know the suspense side of Hallie Bridgman as I'm preparing and plotting and praying about writing that Special Forces series. So look for A Carol for Kent. Alexander's Appeal, let me put this up for you, that released last Tuesday. Incredible reviews. If I had one open, I would read them to you. I'm so excited to see what God does with this book, because John and Alex are 2 completely broken individuals when they come together, and 30 chapters later, God has made them whole as of one. And it was a beautiful story. It's honestly, I think through all of my books and everything I've written up till now, this is my favorite book. And having so many amazing reviews coming out from it is just so encouraging. So anyway, this is my second broadcast. I've lost a half an hour today because of the sound issues from the first one. I'm really sorry about that. I know now that Dragon Dictate grabs my microphone and practice with the microphone, and save my hands because they're not right anymore. And so I'm so happy that I was able to think and speak my characters and do everything through the microphone instead of typing, because it's a different part of your brain. And so I was worried that I wouldn't be able to. And it's like suddenly I have all this power now because I can just dictate my books and save my hands. And so Daisy's is getting dictated too. So I'm writing Daisy's Decision. A 7-year glitch comes out in 5 gold rings in the next 2 weeks. Alexander's Appeal released last week. It's amazing. Go get it, read it. You'll love it. And I will see y'all next week. Have a great week.